and welcome to another Magic Sven video. Before we get started, I just wanted to apologize for a small technical issue. I unfortunately had my cam on the right side of the screen here for this video instead of over on the left-hand side like I should be doing. Unfortunately, I had left it there from a previous Magic Online session. So I'll be covering up a bit of the cards with my cam, unfortunately, for most of the video on the stack. I hope that's okay, and hope you enjoy the games. We got a lot of good ones in there. Thanks for watching. Hello, Magic Sven here, back with another Magic video. Today I thought I'd run a little historic. So this deck, looks like usual Jund company, and for the most part it is. You've got your Mayhem Devils and Priests, Cauldron Familiar. The new thing about it is that we are going all in on Bolas' Citadel, one of the most fun cards around the block these days. And what really makes this go off is we now have Prosperous Innkeeper. So not only does this add us a mana in a treasure form, it also helps us with the life loss when we're going off with Citadel. So every time a creature comes in, we're gaining life. So if you get 2 out, you start netting life off of all the mana dorks, and really you can just keep going. If you have a Woe Strider out, that will usually be about game over. I tend to find if you get the Citadel out, usually you can get through enough of your deck that you add 10 permanents to the board, and that'll be enough to activate Bolas' Citadel's ability, make everybody lose 10 life, and if you have a Mayhem Devil out, that's just game right there. So, we can jump into some games and see how it goes. Back for round 1 against Killborn. And this hand, I'm going to say looks good enough. Familiar plus Goose isn't as good as Familiar plus Cauldron, but it'll generally get the job done. Mayhem Devil is obviously very strong. Woe Strider is another good one. Looks like our opponent is on some sort of control deck, which actually makes me like this hand quite a bit less. Like quite a lot a bit less. We don't really have a way to go over the top if they just say, hey, kill your Mayhem Devil, kill your Woe Strider. That'd kind of be it for us. That said, do I really want to go to 5? Or go to 6? I don't think we can. We're going to keep this and probably not expect amazing things here. They are taking a mulligan. We'll lead on the pathway and play the Goose. Next turn I'll probably play another Goose and a Familiar. I don't think there's a need to charge into a 3-drop. Does that change anything? I guess I could be hoping to get on the board early here. Mayhem Devil's probably not going to be that exciting, but Woe Strider, it's not bad. Okay, let's just play a Woe Strider. It's a little more resilient. We can scry to a land. I don't think we need to keep this goat for any particular reason. Alright, and they're just gonna foretell something. This is probably either Wrath of God or a counterspell. Don't need another Woe Strider. I'll put that on the bottom. Innkeeper. Okay, let's attack first. And I'm just going to play Goose into Familiar. No need to sack the food to play another Familiar right now, I don't think. It might be Doomscarring. Okay, so they're a 9 lives combo deck. If a source would deal damage to you, prevent it. It doesn't stop Familiar triggers, and it doesn't stop other stuff. Still no land. Just a little brutal. Let's hit them. They get 2 counters on 9 lives. Still don't think I really want to just jam Mayhem Devil out right now. Rather play an Innkeeper. End the turn. There's the Solemnity. I kind of wish I had sacked this end of turn now. I'll play another cat. That'll still make them lose the life. And I don't think there's a need to play the 3rd cat. So I'll sack Familiar to Woe Strider end of turn. Okay, they'd play Narset. See what they're cooking up. Looks like they might be stuck on 3 lands over there, which is nice. Ixalan's Binding. Target non-land permanent. Okay. So let's sack a Familiar. Blooming Marsh. Is a land. Does not have red mana in it. I think that's okay. Yeah, let's just keep it. I think I do want to trade treasure for food right now. Well, that's a tough one. I certainly want to get this going, but that treasure is also my only source of red mana right now. But red mana is not really doing a whole lot for me. Yeah, I think this is okay. Sack of food. Familiar comes back. Gain a life. My turn. Play the marsh. Just have everybody coming in at Narset. Take him out of there. Take her out of there. I think I will play the 2nd Innkeeper. I know I'm like pretty dead to Wraths right now, but honestly it's fine. Really, I just need to get my Citadel down quickly here, or just keep looping Familiars. That's really all I got. Like, I don't care too much if they Wrath me. Search for Azcanta. That's fine. So let's sack a Familiar. Priest. And they'll probably get Hexproof eventually, which would turn this off. Just seems too slow. I'd rather just find my Citadel. I'll sack a 2nd cat. And now I'll bring one back just to sack it again. Gain my life. Another Innkeeper I don't think is what we want. So again, I'm wondering if I want to trade treasure for food. We need to get Citadel online soon, so I think no is the answer right now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to pay the 2 life because my life total is not really the issue here. No attacks because they've got their combo out. And I'm really just going to make 2 food. Sack, scry, sack, scry. They're stuck on lands, which is still good for me. Odds are they've got counter spells to the gills, so I really just need them to keep tapping out for stuff. So make food. Bring back a kitty. Sack kitty. Scry. Yes, yes, yes. Good. Create a food. And then we're not going to sack it because we want our goose mana. We have exactly 6 mana right now, so we say my turn. They are tapped out, so we're just going to play this. And that should be enough to win the game. Let's Coco. Whoa. Big old yikes there. Since we're going off now, I'm perfectly happy to sack old gooses to keep going. Get our Innkeeper triggers. There's a Korvold. Pretty good. Though honestly, I'd rather have this card on top of my deck. Okay. Sack Priest. Scry. Play the Elf. Another Citadel on top is sort of unfortunate. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 permanents. I do have to play this. I don't have to, but might as well. How many is that? That is 5, 10. So that should be enough. Sack 10 permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. Does not stop. Only stops damage, so submit 10. Boom shakalaka. Draw my deck. No worries about decking out, which is good. And 10 your face. Boom, and we got there. I do love a good Bolas Citadel kill. Nothing to beat it. Yeah, and it's pretty nice that our deck can just win through the combo there. We don't care about your preventing damage. Like, sure, it would make it a lot faster if I could just attack them and kill them. But Citadel sure does make that nice. Of course, they did get super stuck on lands. Pretty much got to 3 and just stopped there. You could maybe argue that they should have held up counter spells on that last turn, but also, like, they really need to draw lands, so get that as content out there. They're probably feeling pretty safe about their life total as it was. I mean, I had the cat goose combo, but that wasn't really enough to kill them the next turn unless I did something really extreme. So yeah, I don't fault their play. Tough to get stuck on 3 lands. Let's jump into another round. And here we go, up against Nahiri Weary. That's a pretty good name. What do we think about this hand? We don't love it. No companions, so not control. I would guess that means elves in the dark. This is one of those hands that you look at and you're like, oh, it's so good if I get to play my Marsh and my Goose, then draw my land, play my Mayhem Devil. If I draw 1 land, it's so good, but if I don't draw that 1 land, it's pretty awful. The best I could do on turn 2 if I don't draw a land, I think given that fail case. Also, opponent goes first. Because this is good hand against elves. I want my Woe Striders and my Mayhem Devils together. Just pick off the two. Alright, this isn't a coward video. Let's go. Let's roll. Let's pretend. Heary weary. Okay, so they're not elves. It looks like they're, alright, they're soul sisters. Nice, nice. Just as we drew it up. And we're going to play Llanowar Elves here. Previously we would have played the Goose since we need the red. That's no longer the case, so I'm happy enough just to play my Llanowar Elves here and keep getting mana out of it. That's not bad. I don't mind them gaining 1 life per my creature as of right now. If they play Righteous Valkyrie, of course, that'll get more annoying and gaining life off of all my creatures entering, but as it stands, that's fine. So change of plans, I think I'm going to play Goose and Priest. They get all their triggers, gain a bunch of life. Oh, for frick's sake. Oh, that's so bad. Oh no. Okay, so we're playing Prosperous Innkeeper instead. Auto Tapper doesn't like to tap Llanowar Elves. Should have known, should have realized. That's the way she goes sometimes there, boys. Boys and girls. Okay. So now we've got 4, 5 mana. If I don't kill this, or this now, there's a pretty good chance they get their angels online. So they have to gain 5 life to get an angel. Yep. And I am going to play my Priest. That makes me sack both of my tokens. And that's kind of 1 spot going to waste, but that's okay, honestly. Getting Priest online is pretty important here. No attacks into the 3/3 Angel. I would not be surprised to see them keep up Collected Company here. And they're just going to jam it even. Makes enough sense. Ooh, Apparition is the one we didn't really want to see. Not surprising they take Priest, but it's kind of close between Priest and Mayhem Devil. Okay, another land is good. Play it in Swamp form. Here's the Apparition. Or the Woe Strider. I could kill the Apparition this turn, but I definitely need to take out the Speaker. So let's just do that right away, see what's coming up. I don't think I need a land right now. I'll just attack with my Mayhem Devil. Get in there for 3. The fact that they went for Priest rather than Mayhem Devil means I'd say that they were a little light on threats in hand. I think Mayhem Devil is going to be harder for them to beat long term. Okay, Johnny comes down. They can't do the 0 yet. See if they attack here. No. Okay, we got ourselves a Cauldron Familiar with our cat and oven combo. That looks pretty good. Resolve. Resolve. Okay. So they're nearing towards a Johnny level. So can I do 5 sacks this turn? I think the answer is yes. Pretty easily. Yep. You gain your life. Sack that. Kill that. This comes back. Sack that. Kill that. Yep. Here we will sack the goat. Bam. Don't really need more lands right now. I'm just kind of looking for citadels, to be honest. Sack that. Do one of that. Don't want a goose. Sack the familiar. Hit that. Again, skipping on it on the goose. Let's attack here, attack here. And turn. Now, even if they have another Johnny, they won't have enough health to do the 0. Yep, and they are Nahiri weary of me, which is fair. I think they're kind of out of things to do. These decks, I don't know if I've loved a Johnny. Sometimes you do just get to do the thing immediately, which is nice, but otherwise it can feel like it's a little bit behind the curve. Collected Company is still obviously the reason to really play this deck. Interesting whether the Apparition should have taken the Priest or the Mayhem Devil. I feel like it's kind of a lose-lose situation here. Authority is interesting. I don't think I've seen this card main deck since Goblins. Anyhow, yeah, I just kind of got to do all my things. I drew my lands that I needed from the start, so let me get the W there. All right, 2-0 so far. You love to see it. Skyclave GOP. I don't know why they like give you these slap in the face comments and other comments. It's like, here's this guy from 4 sets ago that you already have 100% of. I don't mind having a cosmetic. That's nice. At least I get to, have pretty limited cards. But like this is, I don't know what this is for. Experience I'll take. So let's go again. Good to get a non-Citadel win. I think a thing I really like about this deck is that it does have the ability to do Citadel, go off, or just play the, the usual sack deck kind of thing. No companions from the opponent. This hand's got lands and it's got spells. Don't really want an oven without a cat. But what can you do? I think this is keep though. If Priest is good against them, then it should go a long way here. We're on the play, or on the draw. Still don't have much in the way of red mana. That's one thing I found is that the deck does have some problems getting that red mana. Like there's Goose and there's Treasure to get there. But still, sometimes you just want it in a land form. Maybe I should be playing more Blood Crypts. I think I maxed out on those, though. should mention this deck is a port of a Pioneer deck. A lot of the same cards are legal. The really one good one that they get that we're missing out on is, well, for one, there's another Mana Dork. I think Findhorn Elves is legal, or some equivalent. And Catacomb Sifter, which is 1 green-black, comes in with an Eldrazi token. You can sack it to scry 1. So it's sort of like Woe Strider 4 through 8, but maybe even better. It doesn't have escape, but it is a 3/3, and it does make a 1/1, which is pretty good. Our opponent appears to be timing out right now. Oh, they kept just in time. All right, let's go. Guess they're just interested in roping me today. See what's going on here. Oh, there's a play. We got a Steam Vents, which is not much to say about that just yet, but I think we're still on plan. Collected Company is a really good draw. I will be happy to work towards that as my end goal. Play this. Pretty good odds that our priest just gets bolted if I run it out right now. Okay, so they don't have any mana up, so I don't think they've got it. Maybe they've got a Memory Lapse then. Okay, yep, there it is. And that's fine. I don't mind that. And they're just done. Okay, not much to say about that game. Seems like they had someone at the door or something along those lines. Not able to play a game. It's Memory Lapse pretty good in that spot, I'd say. Of course, they have to find something to deal with the Coco. But, yeah, they're a counterspell deck. They'll probably have it. Priest, though, usually not that exciting against counterspell decks. If they were like a blue-red tempo deck, though, that could probably be... that could be good. Okay. So, this hand is great, except it doesn't have green mana. We're up against a Lurrus opponent. And I think I'm going to call this one a mull. The mana is a little shifty in this deck, but you really do need green early, and then you want to make as much black as possible from there. We don't have the early green. Our opponent's going to be doing stuff quickly because they're Lurrus, so we're going to mulligan this one. This one's nice. Korvold gives us something to work towards. Priest could be very good. Innkeeper, I'll probably bottom. So, put that on the bottom. Lead with Blooming Marsh. Selfless Saver, no surprise there. So they're probably the enchantments deck. Elsiad, okay. Hit me for 1. Yep, that's fine. Alright. Play a tap Blood Crypt and just put this out there. And say, okay, I did that. What do you think about it? Next turn we have 4 mana. Oh, Staggering Insight, okay. Yeah, you got me. Till they give that flying, I'm not too worried about it. Here, I think I just want to put out my Woe Strider. Then, if they do give this flying, you know, fine, whatever. But then I'll have Korvold on the next turn. They're keeping up blue a lot, which might mean they've got Spell Pierce. No reason for me to activate that right now. I do want that mana for Korvold. That's fine. Since they're not attacking me, I'm actually just gonna not sack the goat. I've already got pretty much everything I need. Ooh, Mayhem Devil. Okay, I can't do like literally everything I want to do ever. But I can get pretty close. What if I just play Korvold? Don't tap my priest. That seems better. Let's do that. They're holding up their 1 blue mana. I mean, of course this could mean they could sack the Elsiad, but... Okay. No attacks. That's the turn. Okay, there's the Spirit Dancer. And they're going to put some stuff on it. Yep. That's good, but we should have a pretty good turn this next turn. Let's play Devil. Pre-combat, play Goose. Yeah, let's play Goose. And we'll go hit him up style. Korvold comes in, sacks the food, pings a selfless savior. Ding. We draw land. Yeah, they don't have any good blockers right now. Okay, yeah, they're done. Odds are pretty good I can get them healthily dead. Yeah, apologize, PVO, if I'm playing a little slow. So I would tap this, sack this, and yeah, doesn't matter too much. I think I would want to get the Savior off the board first. They'd probably make one of these indestructible. I think this would be the better play. I can almost wrath them. Probably not quite, though. As long as they do it to this, then probably fine. Anyhow, I was definitely winning that game. I was in a very good spot, so no surprise there. But yeah, on a good streak so far. This deck seems really, really good. Now, it seemed like Jund kind of went away for a while in Historic, but I think the metagame's good again for it. I see a lot of Elves, which is a pretty good matchup. Control seems not great, but the Citadel does give it something to do. Okay. Here we've got, you know, just a nice mix of sack cards, so I'm pretty happy to keep this. I've got my red mana. I've got perfect starting mana. I'll definitely lead on Goose into Priest. I don't think I'll be tapping my goose for the cat. Possibility of playing a devil on 2. Depends a lot on what my opponent does, of course. But priest does seem like the play in general. Snow forest, so I think we're looking at elves here. We'll play our goose. See how they follow this up. Another sentinel I think I'm okay with, especially if there's no follow-ups. This, I would say, means they have collected company. So we're going to play this priest. Sticking to the plan here. Drawn 2 lands, which isn't really ideal, but okay. Hit me for 4, probably. There's a shepherd, sure, that's fine. And you pretty much have to get the druids off the battlefield as soon as you can. I'm going to play this one because I'm going to want this one for black later. How do we do this? I don't quite have enough mana to do everything I want, do I? Or do I? No, I just play Mayhem Devil, and then I sack to Goose, sack food to Goose, Plague Familiar, sack those 2. Bzz, bzz. Yeah, that should be pretty good. So we're going to pay, hit ya, target just you. Sometimes you do target yourself, but I found it to be pretty darn rare. We get 2 pings, so we'll ping, and we'll ping. That's enough to take it out since they lost their +1/+1. They have to sack that guy. Oh man, I'll just hit them. Citadel is a nice one. We'll see if that ends up mattering. Okay. It's pretty good. So I'm going to play a Woe Strider. Into Witch's Oven. And I kind of think they won't be able to get out of this. They're going to Coco, which is fine. But then that should have enough sacks to deal with pretty much everything they can throw out here right now. Ugh, more masters. Those are annoying. Oof. Strange, but I think I'm just going to let this go. I play a land. They don't. Well, they do have enough for Elvish War Master, don't they? So they can tap a castle for 6, and then get the 7th off of 7th mana off of the Jasperis Sentinel. So this is a pretty good attack from them, but still, we're only taking 6 if that is what they end up doing. So let's just do this. Sack the goat. Now, I could just kill one of their elves here. That would force them to tap out. Then I can slam my Citadel with pretty much no worries. Like, sure, now you get to do this. I'll take my 6. That's fine. Take my turn. Okay, so the question is, do I want to play a land versus trying to play one off the top? I think I do want to. I am a little mana light right now. I can get there by playing the priest, but... So if I bring the cat back, and I play an elf, then I've got 6 mana. Okay. Okay, I am just going to ping their guys. And I get to do this. Target any number of players, that would just be you. Sack those 2 guys. Let's slice this and this. That'll make the priest sack more meaningful. Probably be the sentinel. Oh, I went for the war master. Okay. Slam my Citadel. Not a great one to have on top, unfortunately, but... Kill the War Master. Scry to the bottom. Oh, another land. That's fine. What are you going to do to me? Should have attacked. That's okay. Another Sentinel's fine. Man, if they've got a way to kill Citadel right here, that'd be so sick. Elf that blows up artifacts when entering the battlefield. Another land on top. Okay, there's an elf. Priest. Innkeeper, nice. Alright. Let's not do that. Let's sack priest. And they're done. This should be enough. I've got 3 guys to sack. Everything that comes into play is gaining me life. Yeah, even if they have Coco, it's likely to not matter. I should be able to scry through my whole deck while pinging them down. Eventually I'll sack 10 permanents and finish them off. Yeah, alright. Doing pretty good so far. I don't think we've dropped a game. That is some good nonsense. Flame Skull. Sweet. Alright, run it back, run it back. Jump into another match against Agwirness. Okay, so we're up against Gigantha, which could mean this is a... what's that dragon called? 5-mana dragon, gets a bunch of cards when he comes into play. Didn't miss it. This hand is lacking against that kind of deck, which is probably a control deck. I think we're looking at a mulligan here. Could also be Jund without Citadel. which this hand would be still not great. Going down to 6. Can't say I love this one either, but it's going to have to be a keep, and we're going to hope to draw Mana Dorks off the top. One of the Citadels going to the bottom, of course. Definitely no real need to have 2 of those guys. And I'm going to pay 2 life and play my cat. I do want this to be red if possible. Okay, since we drew that, land is a great draw, even though it's not a Mana Dork. Sadly, not much to do this turn. But yeah, I am going to play this on black. I think that's right. We've got green. We'll get red from this. They do look to be some sort of sacrifice something or other. Hit me for 1. Get a counter. So they're probably just a slightly more aggressive version. Play Woe Strider. Do I want to hit with my cat? I mean, they're the beatdown. Dreadhorde Butcher always says I'm the beatdown. If they just like zap this guy, would I be that interested in blocking? Yeah, let's say no attacks. They play something like a Mayhem Devil, that's pretty bad for me. Mayhem Devil triggers when any player sacrifices a permanent, so that makes all my sacrifices turn into pings to my creatures, and generally probably would end me at this point, I'd say. Opponent thinking. They could play a lot of good stuff here. A priest would be a nice one. Looks like they timed out, unfortunately. Any reason to Coco on my turn? I don't think so. I'd rather do it and like let them try to ping stuff down and do their own kind of nonsense. They are hovering on cards, so it looks like they're back at least. Got red mana. Woe Strider of their own. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna let everything resolve. If they want to like shoot my guy, that's fine. Okay. I think at this point I'm into trading. Because I'm gonna have a nice little Coco. They're gonna kill the cat. And here I'm going to Coco in response. If I get a Woe Strider, I will sack the cat. I got a lot of stuff. Oh wow, I could slam my Citadel next turn now. So if I get Woe Strider and Priest, yeah, that's pretty good, but can I do better? That would be sack 2 goats. I do want the innkeepers, but I'm at a healthy life total of 18. If I get 2 innkeepers... Okay, let's get these 2 dudes. Sack cat. Oven. Do I want oven? You know, I think I'll take it. Not a bad one to have in hand. I'll get to play it at some point. This turn, probably. Okay, so my turn. I'm gonna priest you, they'll sack the goat. Draw a land off the top, good, get that out of there. There's another land. Nice, a devil, cat, elf, Coco, this and this if you please. And they're done. Yep, those hits I don't think really could have been any better whatsoever. Pretty much just got perfect, like second 2 goats, that seemed good. I think I do like that over getting 2 innkeepers. 2 innkeepers is nice, but if I had any lands on top, that would have been a lot harder. Obviously, since I just drew perfects over and over again, wasn't going to be a problem, but still, I think this was the way to go, and they're pretty much just, I think they're dead on board as of right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so I just need to get one more non-land permanent. That shouldn't be a problem, because I can play the oven. And yeah, just like sack, kill everything. Yep. Alrighty. Jeez, can't miss today. Just can't miss. Jump into another one. Alrighty, and we're up against Llanowar 61. Like this hand, once again, you want your mana and something to work towards with it. This does that. I have a Collected Company. I like having the Innkeeper in hand. Probably lead on Llanowar Elves over Goose. And we got ourselves a Soul Warden deck. Pay the 2 life. Get out my elves. Okay, there's Speaker. They might be on Clerics, which is a deck I like to run. White-black, more white-black focused, and it's got the 2 mana Cleric from Zendikar that gains life whenever Clerics come into play. I'm going to play Innkeeper. And between these 3 cards, it's kind of interesting. I'm probably not going to get to activating Speaker quite yet. I think I will play a creature, and it's going to be Goose. So the reason I'm playing a creature is because I think they're still not likely to... I don't see a reason to sack my treasure right now. I think they're still not likely to get to the 27 life threshold for this guy. But they could play more Soul Wardens, which would make creatures bad on my side. Play this. Really just want to hit Mayhem Devil. Didn't get there. But got a couple guys. Yep. Solve all. Yep. Now I will play the oven. And pass. We've got 5 mana, which is a little unfortunate. Okay, luckily they are still not on track. Okay, this is good attack by them. They're just doing this to gain the 1 life to make a angel, which is good. I like it. So now they get to tap that, and then they get to make an angel, and then they get to gain life from the bishop. And that makes them pretty solidly in the camp to just, you know, sit on their life total for a good long while. Oops, should have sacked the cat, obviously. That's my mistake. So now that they're in range, they're never coming out of range. For Speaker, really, I just want to find either my Citadel to just go off, or a Mayhem Devil to pick off everything. Just playing everything out. No reason to hold back at this point. No attacks. Pass the turn. And I will be sacking stuff to try and get to that. Okay, that's good. They get to make even more angels. We're getting close to the point where I need to hit, like, next turn. I only need 1 goose to make all my mana. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the last black. 6. Don't block. I'll sack it. Mayhem Devil, is that good enough still? It's close. It's close. Kill the Speaker. Kill the Soul Warden. I'm still just dealing with a load of angels in the air. Angels in the outfield. I don't think that's enough. I think I need to go off. Yeah, pass to damage. Sack this. Nope. We've already learned that lesson. Sack cat. Nope. Sack food. Gain life, they gain life, we all gain life. Oops. Almost forgot to do this more times. Sack. Okay, yeah. Yeah, baby, yeah. Don't need to do anything else right now. Let's just play Citadel. Innkeeper. Let's Coco in response, why not? Sack the elf. Get that out of here. I guess I could have just played it. Sack the elf. Get that out of here. I'll play this one. Sack goose. Coco. we are looking for Mayhem Devils. Play that. And we're basically netting life at this point. Keep playing stuff. Resolve all. Okay, there we go. Resolve. So all. Shoot that. Get that out. Sack this. Shoot that. See how much of our deck we know at this point. Quite a bit. We'll likely get to here, and I think that's probably about where we're gonna be sacking things. Sack a goose. I'm just gonna start hitting opponent. Cauldron Familiar. Gain a bunch of life. That. Gain a bunch of life. Sack a priest. Domia. Land on the bottom. Sack a priest. Domia. Land on the bottom. Kitty. Korvold could actually be a little annoying here. I don't really want to draw cards. I just want to skip through my deck. Yeah, how do I do this? Okay, let's just sack Korvold to itself. Shoot ya. So I'm going to leave that on top because I've got one more. No, I don't have a draw trigger left, so I will bottom that. And I'll just sack a sack of food, I guess. Domia. I don't need full control anymore. Sack a priest. Domia. Land at the bottom. Another Innkeeper. And I believe we've hit our Mayhem Devil swath here. Sack a cat. Domia. Get that out of here. Sack a cat. Domia. Get that out of here. Now Coco's going to hit 2 devils. What's happening? Alright, gain a ton of life. Now I'll sack 10 permanents, that'll do 40 damage plus the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 permanents, you lose 10 life, and that many Mayhem Devil triggers. Done. Oh crap, I might be losing due to timeout. Come on, baby. I hope it just puts them all in him. Come on. No. No. Sad. Why would it do it like that? It's so mean. Oh, what's going on? What is happening? Opponent's like, I guess I'll just play. Yeah. Um, well, we lost due to not being fast enough. I guess I'll just say good game and call it there. I don't know what to tell you. Pretty much had to go through the entire deck. I felt like I was moving fast enough, and the fact that none of the triggers like give me some time back, even though like they were dead on the stack, that feels a little bad. I won't deny that. But I'm still gonna call this game a win since we did the thing. We went through the whole deck. We got out all 4 Mayhem Devils to try and take down this massive amount of life that our opponent gained. Just didn't have enough time to click their head enough times. Might have been nice if they would have conceded to that, because but you can't have it all. Yeah, I think we had some pretty darn good games, and I'm gonna call it there. Let me show you the deck one more time. Nope. Well, let's open a pack for fun, just see what exciting loot we get here. Whoa. Alright, Paladin class. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so just another look. I don't think there's too much you can change about it. The Cauldron Familiar Witch's Oven split seems a little funky, but not sure if there's a better one out there. Looks like we do only have one Blood Crypt, so I think I might be into removing one of these or 2 of these and adding another Blood Crypt in. Otherwise, the deck is really, really good. I would highly recommend playing this one if you're looking to ladder up. Not much new, so if you've been playing Historic for a long time, you probably have most of these cards. Really, the only things you need are that's from the new sets is the Prosperous Innkeeper, which really does a lot for this deck. You saw in that last game having 4 out, basically netting cards and mana every time I play a creature, essentially, is what's happening there. And just having the 4 Bolas is Citadel. So, thanks for tuning in. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you next time.